Hello and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2, where today we'll be going over the final build for my Jurassic Park San Diego speed build series, and we finish off with a bang. Some really nice enclosures here, and because of some lag issues I was having, it's only going to be enclosures, so you're not going to see any of the guest area builds. And in hindsight, I realize I could have just lowered the graphics settings and that would have helped, but alas, here we are. But the guest areas aren't as exciting as the enclosures. These are some of the nicer enclosures. So this first one that I'm building here that you can see is a large herbivore enclosure, another tour. I couldn't really think to what I could put in that area and make it, guest areas and enclosures and stuff. It kind of stumped me, and then I realized, well, I could just make another large herbivore tour enclosure type thing, and that would work pretty well, and it did. And I like how the enclosure looks. It looks really nice. We've got like a big rocky area in the middle and some desert plains kind of surrounding it. It was inspired by an image I saw of the state of New Austin from Red Dead Redemption 2. It was just a shot of kind of like a big rock formation pretty much, and then obviously surrounded by desert. I thought that looked really cool, and I decided to incorporate it into this build. And pretty much with the tour, you go along, it takes you around this rock formation, it takes you up the rocks, and then it brings you back down into the depot. I don't know what you would call it, but yeah, very nice enclosure. I think what we have in there is Alamosaurus, Sinoceratops, and the 2022 Iguanodon. So quite a few different species there. And then also we have a Suchomimus enclosure and a Spinosaurus enclosure. I now realize at the end that last little section on the right of where this enclosure is kind of like the Fisher, the Piscivore section, and that was completely unintended. That just kind of happened. But yeah, so you'll see those in a bit, but reason why, just explaining a few things here about the channel. The reason why this video took so long to come out was I actually went away for a bit. I'll start with that. I was away for a bit, and I had content ready to go. I think the episode 4 of the speed build series came out, as well as a couple shorts came out while I was away. But I was supposed to upload a short yesterday as of recording this voiceover thing, so that would have been yesterday, the 26th of January. I was supposed to upload one to keep it on my once every 2 day schedule, but I just forgot completely to upload, and I was like, it was already past midnight, and I was like, oh crap, got to upload that video. But oh well, that's you'll see that on the 27th. I don't know when this will come out, probably on the 29th, the way things are going. But yeah, that's besides the point. I'm sorry I kind of missed a day there, but yeah, anyway, I'm going away again. I'm going on another trip, so I don't know what content's going to be like there, but hopefully I'll have enough videos out so that I can, not worry about that while I'm away, even though I can't really take my computer over and record while I'm gone. But yeah, I'll hopefully have some videos scheduled and ready to go. But also, in some personal news, I broke my arm, and when I say broke, I mean I fractured it. So it's made recording a little slow because, I don't know, it's kind of been demotivated from playing just because, it's kind of annoying wearing it's not a cast. I don't have a cast on or anything. I've just got a kind of brace on, and it's annoying trying to work the key, the keypad. Just with this brace on, 'cause it's got a metal kind of strip in it. And it's just annoying. But that happened. I'm not going to say how that happened, but that happened. It's kind of an embarrassing story. But pretty much I was trying to skateboard for the first time, and well, that didn't go too well. I'm tall. I'm a tall person. Poor center of gravity. I'll blame it on that. I have a bad center of gravity because I'm like around 6'4" or something. So a very tall, very lanky person trying to ride a skateboard is not a good idea because you fall backwards and you fracture your wrist, and that's not fun. It hurt, but it actually took me like a week before I went to the doctor, because after like 2 days the pain kind of subsided, and it's like, I can't really move my arm, but it's probably just some muscle, like I pulled a muscle or something, or I've torn a muscle. It'll be fine. I don't need to go to the doctor. And then I was trying to work and stuff, and it was like, kind of hurts when I'm working. Maybe I'll go see a doctor, but just to make sure everything's okay. They give me an x-ray, and turns out I have a fractured arm. So moral of the story, if you hurt yourself, go see a doctor, especially if it's like bad pain, because this hurt a lot when it happened. But I kind of was just like, it's just I just hyperextended my wrist. It's fine. I just did a little bit of muscle damage, tore some muscle, pulled some muscles. I don't know. I'll be fine. And now I'm not fine, and I've got CT scans done. Make sure I'm not done any damage to my hand. So yeah, go see a doctor before you do something stupid like me. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about in game. We're talking about Jurassic World Evolution 2 here, and this San Diego park. I don't know how I feel about the finale of this park, as in, I don't know whether I like the park or not. It's a pretty decent park. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my worst park, definitely. But I don't know, I feel like I can be doing better. It's probably up there in my better parks. I do like it, but there's some areas where I see it's like, I don't really like that. And then other areas where I'm like, oh wow, that's really nice. Like the Dimetrodon enclosure that I banged on about in the last episode. I think it's a really cool enclosure, and I like the 3 final enclosures that I've done here. It just goes to show that, if you put in a lot of effort into these builds, then it can go a long way. You can be really happy with how things turn out. And, this one turned out great. Love it. Love how this last bit turned out, because I was a little worried. I'm like, I don't know where to go with this. I hope it doesn't feel too, I don't know, space wasty, like I'm just trying to kind of fill in a big bit at the end just so I can get the park over and done with. But no, it looks really good, and I'm really happy with it. But I did want to start a live stream series of a new park build, but it's probably going to turn into just a recorded speed build series like this one. And I'll do another live stream series later when I get back from my trip, because I don't want to start that now and then not be able to do it again, because I'll be gone for essentially 10 days. I won't be able to record for 10 days, even though I'm actually at my holiday location for 8 days. I just won't be able to, because of time zones and stuff, and losing a day. I crossed the date line because I am going to the United States, and I lose 2 days pretty much heading back, because I leave on one day and then I lose another day, and then I've got like a 14-hour layover, which I lose a lot more time. So yeah, it's 10 days, and I don't want to start a live stream series where there's just going to be a 10-day break in between. At least with the speed build series, I can get a few episodes done, and they can come out, like, maybe have 2 or 3 come out while I'm away. Probably 2, because I have another another idea in mind for that recording, which I'll probably start soon. Probably this weekend, actually. I probably already started it by the time this video comes out. But yeah, those should be good. But the speed build series I'm gonna do, for those of you that are interested, is gonna be the Jurassic Park 2023 build. So last year I did Jurassic Park 2022, and now I kind of want to do that again, but make it better. Now that I've kind of grown a bit as a park builder, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I have gotten a lot better since then. And that was probably my favorite park for a long time. But it's now time to go back to the Jurassic Park Island, whatever, Isla Nublar in 1993. Go back to there, build an absolutely amazing park. That will be my best park I've ever built. Trust me when I say that. But yeah, we'll have that come out. Looking forward to starting that. But I'll give it a bit of time before I start that. I'll start that next week. But yeah, this video is a lot shorter than the last one. The last one was 25 minutes or something. This one will be probably only about 15 minutes, but I'm happy with how this all turned out for how short a time it was. I felt like I rushed the last two enclosures, but looking at them, I like how they look. So for the Suchomimus, I did another coastally oasis type thing. And then for the Spinosaurus, I tried to do like a wetlands, but that's kind of hard to do on a desert environment without just making it look like an oasis. But I did like these layered water levels, and I think it looks pretty cool. I really struggled, actually, as you probably can see now, just like trying to get it onto the level I kind of wanted. I just wasn't thinking and kept screwing it up, but I figured it out in the end and it was all good. But I'm happy. Like I said, I've said this plenty of times, I'm happy with how these enclosures turn out. Spinosaurus was a really last minute decision for what dinosaur was going to go in this enclosure, but I thought, if I was going to do a wetlands one, it had to be Spinosaurus. If you're doing wetlands, it's got to be a Piscivore. I don't know why it has to be a Piscivore, but it has to be a Piscivore. And what better Piscivore than the Spinosaurus? But we're approaching the end here. I've blabbed on enough. I hardly talked about what's going on, but the video kind of explains that itself. Forgot to mention, you didn't see this on camera, but I also did a small compy enclosure in the guest area next to the Spinosaurus because I had this big area that I had to fill. I was like, I don't really want to fill it up with paths, and I could do one of those like little nature circle type things, but I don't know how that would work. And I'm like, well, I'll wrap it around in decorations and see if the compies will be able to like sit in there without running out. And they did. They were fine, and I was pleasantly surprised. So that was nice. We got all the species from the Lost World, and I didn't want to kind of put I didn't want to put the compies in an enclosure like the T-Rex one where they won't be seen. I'd like them to be in that smaller enclosure so you can see them. But that's going to do it. I'm going to sign off here before you get the nice overview shots. There'll be a tour of this park coming out probably next week. Don't hold your breath though, it might come out in a couple weeks when I'm away. So thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!